What's up, guys? It's Kaski here, and welcome back to a new prediction video. Finally, we're back. I'm so sorry about last week in Imola. I couldn't get the video done. I was in Brussels for a school trip, and we visited the European Union headquarters. So I was very busy, unfortunately. But that means we're gonna have to void the Imola week, the Imola Grand Prix for our prediction championship, which is a bummer. It was a great race, but unfortunately, that's what we have to do. But we're back this week in Monaco, baby. And with me, as always, Jamie. How's it going, Jamie?
Hello. Yeah, it's going good. Obviously, unfortunate we missed last week. However, the one thing that we did get from last week is we still got an update on the fantasy. If you want to go over the fantasy really quick.
That's right.
Maybe do it at the start.
We can do it right now. Yes, for sure.
I haven't checked it yet, so this is going to be a surprise for me.
I have actually. I checked my score, and I did actually. I pulled a genius strategy, I feel, for Imola. Let me pull it up here real quick. Okay, so for the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix weekend, we actually had a new guy top. Maybe you've topped before, but Jamie, you're in P1 from Emilia-Romagna weekend.
Wait. Am I?
Yeah, you're P1.
Wait, no, that Patrick's still in first.
No, like from that weekend, like that score.
Oh, from Imola.
Yeah, you scored the most points.
Do that. Wait,
that's crazy.
In all fairness, you're second. You're only 4 behind me.
I was second. Yes, so we had a great round in Imola for some reason.
We did, yeah. I think we both had Piastri.
Yeah,
doubled as well.
So yeah, we both had Oscar Piastri double points for him, and you had as well Oliver Bearman, Hadjar, Albon, Bortoletto, and then McLaren and Williams. And I did basically have the same kind of lineup. I feel we had Piastri, as we said, McLaren, then Williams, both of us, and I had Bearman, Hadjar. Then I actually went for Colapinto in my for my lineup. I was hoping maybe he would, be the great Colapinto we saw from sometimes last year. Unfortunately, had the crash and not a good race. So 0 points.
No, very true. I mean, I think we had similar teams. It did good. I think Colapinto did okay. I don't know what more he could have done, but it wasn't like he had an awful weekend, was it? It was just an accident here and there. His pace wasn't too bad.
No, and we'll have to see if he can keep it up going forward, because he is a fast driver, and we know he can perform. But let's see how that turns out. But I did actually go for Sainz as well as my final 5th driver, and I'm very happy with that. I could have gone with Albon; that would have been even better. But I had the Williams Sainz combo, so I'm very happy with that.
Yeah, maybe I had Albon.
You did. I forgot to say that. Yeah, that's huge.
But no, we had quite similar teams. We did good. Now on to Monaco. Are you making any changes, or are you sticking with what you got?
Well, I think I might do a small change.
Yeah, I've done a small change as well.
Yeah, I'll have to look at it after the recording here, but I think I'm switching one guy out. I'm not going to tell you who.
That's what I've just done.
Oh, you did? Nice.
Yeah.
We'll see how that turns out. But yeah, Monaco this week. It's a great weekend for motorsport in general, since the Indy 500 as well.
Yeah, I think in Indy 500, I'm sure there's something else this weekend as well.
I think could be MotoGP, and there's obviously.
I think that might be it.
F2.
I don't think there's any Formula E. It's F3 at Monaco as well.
F3, yeah, as well.
Brilliant! Love a good bit of F3 around Monaco.
Full weekend, and Dino is obviously F2 again. Had great Imola Grand Prix or Imola race.
Yeah. A bit of an unfortunate race, was it?
It was an unfortunate. Yeah. He grabbed pole, which was good. There's speculation that his engine is not operating at the same level as his teammates, or even as the other guys in the field. It's like 8-7.
Really?
Yeah, it's a rumor that it's like 8-7 kph slower on the straights.
How come?
I don't
Is
know.
is there a reason why? Or?
Yeah, because he's so much slower in like all the speed traps, all the straights so
Oh
far
yeah,
in the season.
he, he's quick and he's doing exactly what he needs to do if he wants to.
Yeah,
Maybe have this year in F2 and then next year compete for the title in F2.
exactly. Yeah. So
I think that should be his plan.
and it also is very suspicious that he switched engine for Imola and he was on pole, which is, I mean,
Okay.
it looks very suspicious. But
Yeah, that is. I mean, it's hard to look into because you'll never know the full story, will you?
yeah, for sure. We don't know, but we can speculate. But
Yep, 100%.
I'm just hoping that he's gone very well before in Monaco. He had a podium last year in F3. So I'm very hopeful and optimistic for a good result here in Monaco this year as well in F2.
Yep, I'll keep my fingers crossed on your behalf.
Thank you very much. Tack så mycket. In Swedish. Tack.
Also, you've got to translate that for me. What does that mean?
Thank you. Tack.
Oh, okay. Tack.
Tack. Yeah,
Tack.
there you go.
Tack,
Nice.
tack.
I'm gonna learn you a new Swedish word every week. So when I yeah, when I come to Silverstone with you, and you will speak Swedish fluently. Yeah.
Yep, perfect.
Cool. Okay, so with fantasy now out of the way, we're all set with that, and very excited for a new weekend to score some more fantasy points. If you want to challenge us and join the league, you can do that. The link is down in the description. So do that, and let's see if you can beat us this weekend in Monaco. But moving on now
Monaco will be a tough one.
Yeah, Monaco will be a very tough one. But that brings us to our predictions for the Monaco Grand Prix, and we also have to mention, obviously, that there's some new rules for this week. So yeah, Jamie, could you tell us the new rules for this weekend in Monaco?
So obviously, if you remember to last year, Perez and Hasses had a big crash at the start. There was a red flag. Everyone changed tyres, and they went from lap 3 to the end on the same set of tyres. And the top 10 didn't change position by the end, which was really, really boring.
Yeah.
So this time, they've made a mandatory pit stop. They had something similar to this in Qatar in 2023 when the tyre wear was really, really bad.
Yeah.
And it made that race more interesting, but we can keep our fingers crossed that a forced to stop will actually help. But I guess time will tell, and only time will tell.
Yeah, for sure. It's going to be a very fascinating, factor to the whole race on Sunday. Qualifying obviously is normal as always, but the strategy will play a big, major role this year, I feel, and hopefully it will spice things up because I've spiced things up with my predictions, and I do hope it will pay off. So yeah, I think we should get right into it.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm interested.
Yeah. Okay, so starting out with our first category, which is the biggest good surprise, and I'll start with this one because I just feel like I'm on a high right now, and this guy is as well. He's on a big high.
Okay.
And it's gonna be hard for him to beat last weekend's result, but I'm going with Alex Albon for biggest good surprise.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, look at Williams.
I like it, though. Yeah, I like it a lot.
Yeah, well, like somehow they've gone from last to like the 5th best team. Yeah. They're competing with Ferrari. They're competing with the top 4.
No, you're right. It is very impressive, and I went for a similar kind of thing.
Let me hear it.
I went for biggest good surprise, Fernando Alonso.
Oh, Fernando!
I've got a feeling that he had a great qualifying in Imola. Race didn't go very well for him, and he was quite annoyed about that. But it doesn't really matter if you've got great qualifying pace.
Yeah, that's true.
It's Monaco, so if he qualifies well, then that's him almost not sorted, but he'll be in a very, very good position.
That's very true. Yeah, I would say I was thinking like that as well, especially from previous years. That would have been a case, but I'm more skeptical now with the two stopper. Because it could,
I agree.
But I mean, you have a good point. Like that's going to be crucial. So it's not out of the cards for sure.
It'll definitely be hopefully easier.
Yep.
Than previous years, but I still think qualifying is obviously going to be very important.
Yes,
and
agreed.
That's what I'm hoping on. I'm hoping on the Aston Martin being better, maybe better around the slow corners, and then Alonso putting in a good qualifying and being able to hold it from there.
Yep.
Remind, Alonso hasn't scored any points yet this season. So
oh, poor guy. Did you hear the team radio?
He has. No, I didn't, but I did see him getting frustrated. So
yeah, he
basically.
I mean, he basically said that I'm some swear words, and I'm the fucking unluckiest guy in the world right now. That's what he said, like that sentence.
Oh, poor guy. Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, you've got to feel for him a little bit.
Yeah, you do, and I think that he hoped for more when he joined Aston. Than this.
Yeah, I mean, Adrian Newey's there. Let's see what he can do now, but
yeah,
I'm not expecting a miracle, unfortunately.
No, we'll see. I think he's in Monaco. I saw some pictures, Adrian.
Yeah. He's actually with the team now as of last weekend, I think.
That's very cool to see. One of the goats in the motorsport.
Well, definitely one. I mean, it's hard to argue against it.
Yep, it is. So now we have the biggest good surprise, and then we move on to the biggest flop in Monaco. And let me know, who have you gone with for biggest flop?
I have went for biggest flop, Lando Norris.
Wow. Okay.
I think he's going to do his very, very typical bottle.
The typical bottle. Okay.
I think he hasn't had one in a while, and now is the time.
Okay. Yeah. I was thinking that could happen too. It's Monaco, and the walls are closed. Has a lot of pressure on himself. It's not.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very possible it could be a flop. So.
I mean, it was between him and Max Verstappen, and I keep predicting Max Verstappen, and he keeps having good weekends. So my train of thought is maybe if I don't go Max will actually have a bad weekend.
I like that. I like switch it up a bit. I did think the same thing in the next category, which we'll come to, but let's stay on the biggest flop for now. Because
who have you went with?
Yeah, I've gone for the Mercedes of George Russell. That's my biggest flop.
He's been having a great season.
He has. He's been very consistent so far.
He's been brilliant actually, because Kimi Antonelli's been doing good as well, especially for how long Kimi's been in the car. But
yeah, I think. Yeah, in Imola, George finished in P7, right? And up until then, I think he was in top 5 every single race.
I don't think he had a good Imola, but
no, and I think that he's gonna have a worse Monaco, so that's why I picked him for my biggest flop. All right then, next category is DNF. Who's gonna DNF in the Monaco Grand Prix? And this is where I thought the same thing that you did right now with the Verstappen the Verstappen Norris dilemma. And I was gonna pick Verstappen to DNF, but I mean every time we pick him to do badly, he just goes on to win or something. So therefore, I've gone with Lando Norris to DNF.
Ooh, so I've got him with a flop. You've got him with a DNF.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, Lando. I mean, something's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's just that's how it is.
Right. Well, we both think it's a bad weekend for Lando, but yeah. So for my DNF, I'm gonna go with an obvious one, I think. But he did DNF in qualifying last week. But I'm
Okay.
gonna go Franco Colapinto to DNF again.
Wow.
Although he didn't DNF in the race last week, he had a crash in qualifying, and I think he's going to have a clean qualifying but crash in the race.
Oh, oh man, 2 in a row.
That's my prediction for. I mean, he had that streak last week of Brazil, Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
He had a crash somewhere else as well. Towards the end of last season, he had quite a few.
Yeah, there was. I mean, yeah, he hasn't driven the car in a while. Imola was the last time, but being out of the car, maybe not know the Alpine car as much, and Monaco, it is what it is already. So could very well be a tough one for Colapinto this week as well, which is unfortunate because I mean
It is.
I think Alpine is just such a weird team right now. They're turning into Red Bull.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, did you see the drama last week?
What drama?
Mick, so you know Mick Doohan, who's Jack Doohan's dad.
Yes. Yeah.
That someone posted a fake screenshot of him laughing at Colapinto crashing in qualifying.
No way. Okay.
Which was completely fake, but all of the Argentinians went ballistic, and like ESPN in Argentina and everyone were reporting on it, and it was completely fake. So there were death threats everywhere. Alpine came out with a team statement.
Yeah.
and it was all over some fake screenshot.
Wait, okay, so I saw the Alpine team statement that they put out, but I did not realize what it was about. Like, I couldn't find anything.
Yeah.
Oh,
so it was that.
Damn.
I mean, it wasn't like a massive deal, but it's more like it's just quite funny that instead of doing research and figuring out that it's just a fake tweet that came from an account that has the username Fakers in the name, they ran.
Oh, so there was that. Okay. I follow that account.
Yeah, Formula Fakers, I think it is.
Yes.
And they just took the tweet and it made the news. But yeah.
Wow. So no checking the sources. All right.
No, and just funny.
Oh, okay. Well,
you don't put that in the video. I was more just telling you, but either way,
that's
very
funny.
To the next category.
Yes. So we move on to pole position. And okay, so pole position. This is Monaco, and we know what happened last year. We know who's quick, and this year is gonna be the same. We have our guy Charles Leclerc, the homeboy, on pole position for this year as well.
Wow. Wow. I don't think there's a chance in the world. I think there's no chance. I would love to go Ferrari.
Yeah.
But that is very, very ambitious.
I don't know.
I like it. Do you think it might happen?
Honestly, I don't know, but I will support our homeboy Charles Leclerc.
Okay, I like it.
He knows the track so well. He's put the Ferrari on pole when it's not been the dominant car before. So I just have faith. Come on, Russell? What? No, I mean Leclerc. Come on, Leclerc. You can do it. I believe in you.
I've went with a slightly obvious one again. I'm really trying to rack up the points, and towards the end of the season, I'll do more wild guesses. Okay. I'm going to go with Oscar Piastri.
Oscar Piastri. Okay.
Yeah, I would love I would love to go with the Ferrari, but I just think they're awful in the slow corners, and Monaco is just slow corners, and they keep having bad. They both got knocked out in Q2 last week.
Yeah.
I think going from being double knocked out in Q2 to pole is, if they manage to do that, I'll be very, very impressed. I hope they do that though.
Yeah, I might be in trouble with these predictions, but I had to go for it. It's
okay.
Charles has been playing piano all week leading up to this. I saw on his Instagram and just calming his mind down a bit. So I don't know, but Piastri, yeah, good choice. He's on form right now. A little slump in Imola, I guess you could argue, but I mean, he's so strong right now. So
the strategy in Imola was questionable as well, wasn't it?
It was, for sure. I don't know what they did there.
Very unlucky safety car, but you've got to live with the choices you're presented with, and they simply didn't.
Yep. That's how it goes. So we have all our 4 categories done, and now it's the final one. Okay, so now we move on to the race top 6 predictions, the final category. And this is the most spicy race top 6 I've put in a while, I think. So we'll see how this goes. But you want to start with this one?
Yeah. I don't really know where to start, but we'll go with P6. I'll go with Charles. No, I'll go with Lewis Hamilton.
Ooh.
No, I won't. I'll go with Charles. Charles P6.
Okay, we'll come back to this moment when Hamilton takes P6 and Leclerc.
Oh no!
And then no, I won't hold it against you. It's fine. But Charles Leclerc on P6. Okay. Yeah. I mean.
Yeah, I don't think the Ferrari is going to be quick, but I think P6 is definitely something that's doable, even if their car's not massively quick.
Yeah, it is for sure. But I've not gone with the Ferrari in P6. Instead, I've gone with a Mercedes, and it's not Russell because he's my biggest flop. Therefore, I've gone with Kimi Antonelli.
Ah, interesting.
Mm-hmm. He is going to bounce back from DNF last race in Imola, and he's quick. We know that. He's a good racer. Maybe Mercedes pull out some big brain strategy and just put him in a solid place. It's not an incredible place in P6, but he needs to score some points. So I put him in P6.
For my P5, I'm going to go with George Russell.
Okay, Russell P5. That's not a bad guess.
No. I think it's reasonable. Oh, I don't know. I hate all these guesses. It's so hard to do Monaco.
It is.
Who have you went with in P5?
So for my P5, I've gone with a former Ferrari driver, Carlos Sainz.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. That's I don't know. I mean, Williams.
That would be a good result, I think.
It would be a great result. I think he was on for a very good result in Imola as well, if not safety cars and strategy and all that. But I do think the drivers have said, at least Albon has said, there's pace in the car. They're performing well, and I do anticipate Sainz to have a good result here in Monaco.
Yeah. Okay. I'm looking forward to it because I'm a big fan of Sainz. So
yeah, he's a great guy. I love him.
Yeah.
Okay, so in P4, I've gone with Oscar Piastri in P4, just outside the podium.
Ooh.
Yeah.
No
yes,
podium
sir.
for Piastri.
No podium this time.
Wow.
I don't know why. I just have a feeling it's part of my whole plot here this weekend. So yeah, P4.
I'm trying to work out who you've got for the podium here.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Okay. So we'll go to my P4 here.
Yes. Let's hear it.
And did I put Charles in P6? Didn't I?
You did.
Okay. So for P4, I'll go with Sir Lewis Hamilton.
Lewis
Again,
Hamilton.
just outside the podium,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but P4 still a solid result.
it is for sure. A back-to-back P4. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah. Yeah. He had very strong race pace at the end of Imola as well, which was very promising.
Yeah. I will say, I think that Ferrari they've been so good with strategy and pit stops this year. It's actually kind of mind blowing that
Yeah,
when you
they
think
have.
of it. Like, so therefore I do agree.
Especially on Hamilton's side, actually.
Yeah, exactly. Therefore I do think that with the 2 mandatory pit stops, fingers crossed that they can execute that, unlike the years before in Monaco.
Yeah, that is. Oh no, Paul Charles has had PTSD.
Oh man, that's tough. But for sure, I think if they could jump Hamilton some cars, maybe, and he can, push the tires, so he can definitely finish in P4, or even higher. Who knows?
Yeah, we'll see.
So
Now,
okay,
onto the podium, onto the big places.
yes, sir. Podium. Let me hear your first guy on the podium in P3. Who is it?
In P3, I have went with Kimi Antonelli.
Oh, Kimi Antonelli.
Antonelli on a podium at Monaco. Yep.
Wow, I like that. I really like that.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the guy.
Mm-hmm.
A podium at Monaco would be awesome for him.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, he's capable of that. So why not? Why not a podium? It's time. It's time for his first. It's his first. No, wait. Did he get?
No, I think he got a podium. Where was it? Was it Miami? He got a podium.
No, he got pole. That's
I
what it
can't
was.
remember where. Has he
Yeah.
not got any podium?
No, I don't think he got it. No, he dropped down because of the safety car, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he's not had a podium yet. But he got pole position.
No,
That's what they celebrated.
maybe not. Yeah. That sounds right.
Mm-hmm. I think so. If not, you have to correct us in the comments.
Yeah, we'll figure out. It's okay.
Yeah. But yeah, nice prediction. P3, Antonelli, nice. I like it. But I've gone with one of the more experienced drivers, a 7-time world champion,
Okay.
Sir
on the podium.
Lewis Hamilton.
I like it.
Yeah, me too. I do hope it comes true. I think, like I said before, the strategy. Come on, Ferrari, you can pull it off. It's not that hard. 2 pit stops, jump Hamilton in front of some cars, skip the trains, the traffic, and just drive off and put the car in on the podium. That's what you got to do. Come on.
Yeah. I would love a Hamilton win in Monaco. That maybe is slightly ambitious.
It could be, but I mean, come on, it's Lewis, and
Yeah, that is very true.
Yeah, anything can happen. We may have some Ferrari delusion right now, but it's fine. It's totally fine.
Oh, there's always Ferrari delusion though. It's you need a little bit of delusion in your life.
Yes. How would we even live our life without delusion? Like, yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, but even more delusion.
Oh no.
In P2.
On the podium.
Listen to this. Okay, hear me out. In P2, we have Alex Albon.
Oh, I wasn't expecting Albon.
Oh man, Alex Albon, I've gone for it. I stand by
Oh
it.
my god.
No one can change my mind. It's gonna happen.
Uh, there's no, if Alex Albon gets P2 now, you can have 5 points for that prediction because there's no way.
All right, I'll take that. I'll take that for sure.
Oh no.
It's gonna take a lot.
I went a lot more. Oh, I'm actually kind of messed up here because I don't want this guy this high, but I'll have to. I went with Max Verstappen
Mm,
in P2.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, no, I've not. No.
Oh, okay.
Lando Norris in P2.
Lando Norris in P2. Interesting. Okay. A last second switch up there. Interesting.
Yeah. I put Lando Norris as biggest flop, so I can't get both of them right, but maybe I'll get one of the two right.
True. Yeah, spreading your eggs in the baskets.
Yeah.
Not too bad, but that's obviously safer choice than my prediction. And but hey,
your prediction is a bit wild, but
well, just come back to this moment when Albon is in P2 on Sunday. You'll see me in a different light when this prediction comes true.
Yeah, I'll be very impressed.
Okay, then our final prediction for this week.
Let's hear it.
P1. Is it your turn or my turn? I think it's your turn.
Yeah, my turn, and I went with the man, the myth, the legend, Oscar Piastri.
Oh, Piastri. Okay, yeah. The championship leader is going to do it one more time in Monaco. He hasn't won Monaco.
No, he hasn't. And I think now is the time that he will.
Yeah. I mean, he finished second last year behind Charles.
Yeah, I can't fully remember, but possibly you're right.
Yeah, I think it was Charles, Piastri, and Sainz, right?
Yes. I think you're right because it was. I remember both Ferraris being near the top.
Yeah, and the McLaren had the Senna tribute, the yellow and green car.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, but so yeah, he's.
I can't remember much from that race. It was boring.
Yeah, we forgot about between lap 1 and lap 70. What is it? 78.
Yeah,
we don't remember anything
like that.
But yeah, Piastri, nice one. He can definitely get it done this week, and he can extend his lead in the championship even more.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's quite close at the top now after Imola.
It is.
With Max gaining on them both and Lando gaining on
Piastri. Yeah.
Who's third? Piastri. Thank you.
Yep. I think Max is like 22 points behind Piastri, so definitely a close championship so far.
Yeah. But definitely closer than it was anyway.
Yeah, for sure. And you've actually gone for a McLaren double 1-2 then.
McLaren 1-2.
Yeah.
I think in Imola they weren't as strong, but I think Monaco they'll be back to their 1-2 ways. I've just got that weird feeling.
Yeah. That's not a bad feeling at all. It could very well happen. They're strong. They need to bounce back from Imola with the strategy calls. So fair play.
It was Imola was an interesting one for them. Obviously, it's hard to predict with the safety cars, so you can't give them too much. But at the same time, they just didn't have the best strategy. I mean, at least they didn't run out of tires like Charles did.
True. So yeah, there we have it. You have your P1 locked in. And here comes my P1.
Oh no, why are you laughing? Wait, who could it be? You've got Albon in P2.
Yes.
You've already predicted Sainz. Go on, surprise me.
My P1. Pierre Gasly. No, I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say there's no way.
I'm going for the homeboy Charles Leclerc.
Okay. I mean, that is still delusional, but at least it's not Pierre Gasly, because that's ridiculous.
That is ridiculous. I was gonna put him in maybe P5, P6, Gasly, but I did not at the end. But Charles Leclerc in P1. That's my final prediction. I've locked it in.
Yeah.
It needs to happen because I need the points. And Charles, I believe in you, my guy. This is it. Okay, so that's my P1. Charles Leclerc to win the Monaco Grand Prix back to back from last year.
Yeah.
Ferrari, you can do it. Don't listen to the other guys. Don't listen to all the voices. Just shut them out.
Me as well. I'm doubting them as well. I mean, I really hope they do well.
Yeah.
I just have a feeling that they won't.
We'll see about that. I'll score some points this week, and you won't. So
exactly. Now, speaking of the points,
yes.
What are the points that we're on?
So the last race. So the last race we did together, that was Miami, because we missed Imola last week. So we'll recap Miami real quick and see what the scores are like in our predictions championship.
Perfect.
So for the biggest good surprise in Miami, you went for Alpine and I went for Gasly.
Yeah.
Should we actually pull up the results? Because I think I forgot.
Yeah, it's been quite a while now. I can't massively remember.
By the way, did you see that the drivers have seen the F1 movie?
F1 film, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they said it's looking very authentic with the racing and stuff. So
yeah, I think they're going to say that no matter what, and it's going to be hard to be perfect with Hollywood and everything, but it's made to be entertaining.
Yes, and that's
it's not made to be a hyper realistic F1 film, but I think it'll be good. I mean, it's like what was it? Top Gun Maverick.
Yes.
It's not the most realistic thing for the Navy pilots, but it was just a great film.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially cinematics wise.
Yeah, the camera and everything, the cinematography was so incredible at Top Gun. And I do think that this is going to be the same for the F1 movie, the same director, same crew. I'm going to have to watch it in IMAX for sure.
Yeah, I think so too. I've got some cinema ticket vouchers already.
Nice. And I mean, as for people saying that it's for new fans and all that, and it's not going to be realistic, and come on, like I feel that okay, fair. If it's not for the hardcore fans, then maybe just be happy for other fans that they get into Formula One and get to know Formula One. It's so big right now that we need all the fans. That's it's just a fun way to engage with Formula One fans, new and old. And if you don't appreciate it, then just maybe you would like the cinematography at least or something.
Yeah.
We'll see how it is. I mean, if it's a bad film, then it's just a bad film. Like you can't, like, movie wise, you can judge it for a movie for sure. But
yeah.
Anyway, I'll go and watch it. I think you will too, right?
Yep. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Excited for that. Okay, so back to the Miami points. So our biggest good surprise were Alpine and Gasly. Gasly did finish in P13. And I think, Duan did DNF.
Yeah, he did.
So I think no points for that.
No, I agree. Nothing for that.
So the biggest flop, next category. I picked Verstappen and you picked Verstappen as well. Where did he finish? He finished in P4.
Yeah, I mean,
It's a tough one.
It wasn't a good race.
Okay, so
It definitely wasn't a good race, but
he finished 40 seconds off the leader, or off Piastri in P1.
yeah, I remember him just being not quick enough, wasn't he?
Yeah. I mean, do we get a point for that?
I think maybe it's definitely up for debate. But the important thing is we'd either both get a point or none of us will get a point. So it doesn't really change
Yep.
the competition between us because we both put Verstappen. So I think we're a point on there. Yeah, he was overtaken by Hamilton. He was slow. He was
Mm-hmm.
that's the race he was trying desperately hard to defend from
Yep.
both McLarens because he simply wasn't quick enough. So
All right, then both get a point, I'd
I would
say.
argue that, yeah, I would argue that wasn't a good race for him.
Okay, cool. So both 1 point. Next category, we had a DNF. You picked Verstappen, and I picked Doohan as my DNF.
Oh, well done.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I got 1 point for that, and you get 0 points. Unfortunately.
No point for me.
Mm-hmm. But then,
oh well.
Since it was a sprint weekend, we have to remember we had our sprint pole and sprint win categories.
Ah, I completely forgot about that.
Yes, it's been a while.
I don't think I got anything right.
So for our sprint pole, you went for Lando Norris, and I went for George Russell.
You were close actually with the Mercedes driver.
I was, but it was the wrong Mercedes driver, unfortunately.
No, but still quite impressive that you guessed Mercedes.
Yeah. Thank you very much. I did think that Mercedes was gonna have a good one, and Antonelli had his first pole ever, which was very cool to see. I'm very happy for him.
It was.
But that means no points for either of us.
No points on that one.
And then we had the sprint race and the sprint winner. For the sprint win, I picked George Russell because I thought pole and win, and you picked Lando Norris, pole and win. And who won? Lando Norris.
There we go. I'll take 1 point for that then.
1 point, nicely done.
There we go. At least I didn't get no points because that would have been a bit devastating.
So far we have both 1 points in total each. And moving on now to pole position, you picked Piastri, and I picked Piastri for pole.
And it was Max Verstappen, wasn't it?
It was Max Verstappen.
Yeah. Was it Piastri who was in second?
No, it was Norris this time.
Norris in second.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes, that's it. Piastri didn't have a very good qualifying.
Yeah, he was in P4.
Yes. It's all coming back to me.
Yeah. So we had that was a unfortunate prediction.
Speaking of F1, I'm pretty sure practice 1 starts in 5 minutes.
Oh, yes. Yes, it does.
So, yeah. So that's proof, everyone. Predictions are made before even practice starts.
That's right.
We don't get any help by anything.